All right, one of the most important parts of producing a movie is the editing part, where you sync the pictures and images with the narration that's running down in the timeline. And so I'm going to show you how to do that, and this takes a little time and a little patience and diligence to do this properly. So I'll walk you through this, how this is done. Okay, so as you can see, I've got my narration running down here. Actually, I have a song that's with the title running here. I also, just so you know, I right click and I copied and I pasted over here the same song to run during my credits. All right, so you should probably do the same there. And I'm now ready to start making sure the narration and the pictures run at the same time. So what you should probably do for this part of editing is zoom in on the timeline. Now this looks like it's changing the pictures and stuff, but it's actually just making it closer so I can see it every second now instead of every 10 seconds like on the previous viewing. All right, and so you can see here's the right here is the first picture or title running, and there's my song running, and I already synced it to end with when my first narration starts with the next picture. Okay, so now how do we adjust these pictures and the length of them? Okay, let's say I wanted my title to run a little longer. Okay, I'm going to click on the actual image, and you can barely see it here, but it's outlined in black now, so I've got the whole picture covered. Now it's going to be a little confusing to you because you see this overlay here. You don't want to eliminate that. When you put in transitions, that's what makes that happen, is one picture and another picture need to be running at the same time. So that's why my Janesville 1999 picture is underneath, if you can see here, the title page, because they both run simultaneously at some point. And so that's what allows for that transition to happen. Okay, so do not take those and move them apart like this. Okay, now you've lost the transition that you bothered to put in earlier. Okay, so now let's say I wanted, though, my title's running here, you can see, till about 7 seconds. Let's say I want that to run a full 10 seconds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the little thumbnail at the end, and I'm going to lengthen the picture, and I'm going to run it out to 10 seconds. That's a pretty good length for a title page. Okay, now the problem is that my song doesn't run to that length, and so I need to adjust that as well. Okay, and remember, my song ran a little, allows me to extend it. Normally you can't extend narration, but in this case I can because it's music and I had a longer track. Okay, so that moved that out and matched that up with the first part. So here is my first paragraph, and now it coincides with this first picture. Okay, so you have to keep going down the timeline, okay, and adjusting the pictures, sometimes lengthening them and sometimes shortening them to match what you want to be showing at a certain time. Okay, I've already done this for this one, so it is pretty much in order already. You can see how I was able to manipulate by either shortening or lengthening the pictures so that they matched with the things being mentioned. Okay, so let me show a sample here of how that works. Okay, so here I'm picking up in the middle of my video, and you can kind of listen to it. Led to the formation of the Janesville Advancement Association in 1905 for the purpose of attracting new industries. In 1920, the Janesville Chamber of Commerce hired city planner John Nolan of Cambridge, Massachusetts, to develop a park and planning. Okay, so you may have noticed there that when they said park and planning, that this old picture of Palmer Park showed up. So that is where I was able to sync that and make that happen. I may have had to lengthen the picture in front of it to make that happen, or shorten it to make it show up just at that time. So you have to listen and move pictures as need be. And so you do that all the way down through the slide until you have all the pictures corresponding with the words that are spoken.